My friend lay on the floor in a pool of his own blood. They wanna stop the movement, but they can't. The preacher is on his knees because of his belief, with a gun to his head. 1 moment later, he's dead. But do you think this will change a thing?
I've got with me in the studio Fatima Abubakar. Fatima Abubakar lives in Maiduguri, Nigeria.
Maiduguri before the insurgency was a very quiet, peaceful, almost a sleepy like town. Everyone is tired of the insurgency. No one will actually join the enemy and say we will continue killing our people. People go to work, children go to school despite the interrupted schooling. The images show like the checkpoints and, we've got all the children going back from,
so these are women
to school. Yeah, these are school children. This is the police officer. And there's a narrow-minded approach towards what we're going through in the north. 2 weeks ago, somebody asked me if it rains in Maiduguri. So I found that very strange. And the media portrays an image of complete destruction.
2 months after Fatima appeared on the show, Kayode travelled to Nigeria with a camera and a microphone.
This is day 1 of my diary, a trip to Maiduguri, which is the epicenter of the Boko Haram Insurgency. Maiduguri is in Borno State, northeast Nigeria. That is where the Chibok girls were captured, and we have about 17 IDP camps, I've been told. So we're going to try and get access to as many camps as possible to try and see the condition of living there.
As well as touring the city, Kayode will meet local residents and ask them how they are coping with life, despite the security problems affecting their home area.
I've just had so many bomb blasts, enough to last one for a lifetime.
Some people are coming to the market daily.
Who said go?
You will also meet some locals who have volunteered to protect their city and its residents. Maiduguri is the largest city and capital of Borno State, which is one of Nigeria's frontline states bordering Cameroon, Niger and Chad. Kayode will take the flight from Abuja Airport in Nigeria's capital to the recently reopened Maiduguri International Airport.
Maiduguri, it's official, I know go agree, 'cause it's forbidden for you to leave. So if you like, you can hide in Maiduguri. It's official, I know go agree, 'cause it's forbidden for you to leave. So if you like, you can hide in Maiduguri. Maiduguri, Maiduguri, Maiduguri.
Because of the security situation, Kayode had to hide the camera on numerous occasions.
This is a whole railway.
The tour continues and Kayode arrives at an area known as the railway quarters. Being there brought a chill to the spines of the members of Kayode's tour party.
Yeah, it was long, I didn't come here. Look at the place, it had become almost non-existent.
This place?
But this is the debris of the mosque.
Oh, yeah.
This is the mosque.
This one?
Yes.
This one. Ah, okay, let's go down. This one, this particular one.
Mosque, and his house is here, and this is where they
used to. Wow.
This place is the root of what has been a terrible part of modern Nigerian history.
This is the mosque.
That's the mosque. So this is the mosque where Mohammed Yusuf, the founder of Boko Haram, used to preach.
Mohammed Yusuf established his mosque at the railway quarters on a massive stretch of land given to him by his in-laws. He established his mosque after being banned from preaching at 2 different mosques in Maiduguri.
So I'm standing right here, and that debris you're seeing, that's the mosque where Mohammed Yusuf, the founder of Boko Haram, where he used to preach to the local people here. If you look across this area, the whole of this area was controlled by Mohammed Yusuf. And this gathering, this place, this large gathering that has been demarcated, this is where people used to come out. They would listen to Mohammed Yusuf preach. And when we look at that place, straight down is the mosque. And it's amazing how such a quiet, peaceful environment, you know, produce what is now a monster. Only God knows what was going on in his mind, Mohammed Yusuf, when he had this this area in place, and the place has been destroyed now. So it's safe, but before now people didn't venture to come into this area, but it's relatively safe. If we look straight down by that Nitel post, you see gunshots, massive gunshots at the wall.
The Islamist group Boko Haram, which is now waging armed attacks across Nigeria, parts of Chad and Cameroon, was founded by Mohammed Yusuf, seen here in mobile footage when he was captured by the Nigerian army. Yusuf died in an alleged execution by police in public view outside police headquarters in Maiduguri. Yusuf was succeeded by Abubakar Shakur, who then waged an even deadlier campaign and abductions, including that of 276 schoolgirls from Chibok, from a government secondary school. The kidnap of the Chibok girls enhanced Boko Haram's notoriety, and as Fatima explained, it was a scary time for residents of Maiduguri.
After the kidnap, to be honest, in Chibok, we were afraid that it would metamorphosize and come back to Maiduguri, and to a point where they would kidnap girls in Maiduguri as well.
Driving through the streets of Maiduguri, Kayode's guides shed light onto how Boko Haram attacked the city. Most buildings are built with gaps in between them. This allowed the militants to sneak in from behind the structures for an ambush and then make a quick getaway, thereby making it look as though they had merged in with the locals. This obviously brought another problem for the residents, at the hands of the very people who are supposed to be protecting them.
So by the time they come out and attack, ambush.
After they finish their operation, they will just go through one of these.
The houses.
Yes. And when army comes, they will gather the entire people of that area.
Yes.
Everybody, they will remove it. Then they will take them to barracks. That's what escalates this problem.
And that's the end of the matter.
When an incident happened, if the security came, they will not even identify who. They will just get everybody along that are living within the environment and then take them away.
Okay.
We were living in fear of Boko Haram and the military too, because if you get in trouble with the Boko Haram, you're in trouble. If you get in trouble with the military, you're still in trouble, because to the military, everyone here is Boko Haram.
So some of these people have been left, have died in
detention.
For no reason. There is no explanation as to. You cannot even come and bail them.
Wow.
They will just tell them that they are Boko Haram, while the actual Boko Haram may come from that side of the town.
Yeah.
Kayode asked the Attorney General of Borno State, Kakasheu Lawal, why this used to happen.
Boko Haram doesn't wear uniform. It was not on their face. You and I are the potential victim of Boko Haram, as well as that of the soldiers, because they don't know us. Once there is any atrocity, once the military arrives, they will deal with whosoever that is there.
Some will be investigated, some will not even be investigated. Some died on the process, not even some, most of them died on that process. This is how it continues. Then the youth volunteer then took up.
The residents decided to do something about this problem, and the Civilian Joint Task Force, JTF, was born.
Now, these boys grouped and then met the military themselves and started pointing the actual miscreants of Boko Haram by arresting them and handing over them to the military.
Kayode was lucky enough to meet one of the local commanders, whose identity has to be hidden for security reasons.
Sojoji da police in suka zo su wayanda suka yi abin sun gudu, in suma suka zo kowa wanda aka samu a wajen za a zuba mar bindiga a kashe, kuma wayanda muka san su ne a cikin gari a lokacin nan.
The civilian JTF is an unofficial trained armed movement made up of residents taking on Boko Haram in Maiduguri and its surroundings. Kayode questioned the legality of the task force.
The government of Borno State, being a responsive and responsible government, called a security council meeting, which comprises of the military, the police and the SSS. Then a civilian JTF was recognized by the security council. It was sanctioned by the security council, and Being a voluntary organization, they were registered under the relevant laws of Nigeria.
And look at those civilian JTF in group.
Besides taking on Boko Haram directly, the JTF secured checkpoints across Maiduguri and seemed to have the approval of locals.
You see, actually, Borno people are very resilient people, because in all the course of this crisis, like those of us that believe that yes, Borno must stay, Borno must come back to its normal position again, we believe that yes, we have to sit down and work things out. And as a result of this, some of us have lost their life, and thank God we are around to witness the transformation now, which the credit has to go to a certain clique of some youth in the society, which is popularly called the civilian JTF.
And right now, if insurgents infiltrate into Maiduguri, just with one look, they can identify them.
Wow.
Yeah, they do identify them instantly. At even checkpoints, they instantly identify them. And if he is being drilled, you come and confess that yes, it is Boko Haram.
What is the future like if this crisis is over? Now you have a lot of young people carrying arms and guns. Would you be able to take it from them and get them back into society? And do civilian JTF members, do they have any other job apart from this?
To wannan dama mun fara shi dan Allah ne, dan mu kare kasar mu ne. Idan a cikin Allah ya taimake mu, wanda za su samu aikin yi suka samu, to wanda ba samu aiki yi ba, mu dama abin muke so ta kare mai kasuwancin shi zai iya kasuwancin shi, wanda dama ya saba da kasuwancin shi ko karatu zai iya je makarantar shi.
And right now that I'm speaking to you, the government of Borno State has sent a bill to the House of Assembly for the creation of an agency that will take over the activities of this civilian JTF that is in preparation of post-insurgency program. We now have a scheme, that is Borno Youth Empowerment and Orientation Scheme, which takes charge of this issue of civilian JTF. Now we are giving it a legislative backing to create an agency that will have full support of the law and the backing, legislative backing, for us to now carry out employment, training, discipline, dismissal, etc. as part of post-insurgency program.
Let me ask him, what does he think is the real cause of this problem? Why do we have Boko Haram? Is it some politicians behind it?
Ni a gani na Boko Haram ba dan siyasa, akwai wani irin abun siyasa an akwai ba a sani ba, amma ni da yanda nake ganin Boko Haram muke fada da su, da yanda muke haduwa da su, wanda shike zaka kashe dan uwansa ya mutu yana gani shi ma zai sallaka ya zo ka kashe shi, ya ce zai shiga aljanna direct, shi dama dan Allah yake abun sa. To anan ba zan yi an ce a'a dan siyasa ne wani dan ya samu kudi ne yayi zai bari ba.
Because civilian JTF are the sons of the soil, and they know who is Boko Haram and who is not.
The JTF are playing an important role in the fight against Boko Haram in the city of Maiduguri. They are defending their families, homes, city and their country.
This is my city where we crying every day, where mothers see their kids been washed to their face. The men here their crazy and go kill us.
Kayode then took a stroll to meet the local residents and to try to get a sense of how the people of the city are getting back to normal life amidst the problems.
If you come in here around 1, you cannot even pass it. It will be blocked. It will be blocked.
Allah ba ga mu da muke cikin kunci kuma akwai magana to shine da shi ne aka fi da yayi don't worry
Thank who said oh girl? Somebody said oh girl. How are you? You speak
Rayuwar yau a Maiduguri dai to ba laifi, yana tafiya daidai mai kyau, sai dai kasuwan da gashi nan da ba sosai bane, ba kamar na da yanda muna samu ba, amma yanzu din komai yayi kyau. Abinda muna so gwamnati ta taimaka mana a jara mana hanyar mu nan da rumfon mu wannan, shine muna so a gyara mana.
And what would you like government to do for children and women?
Muna so yaran mu su je makaranta, iyaye kuma a nema musu sana'an da za su yi, waɗansu ba su yin sana'a suna zaune a gida ba abun yi, yara kuma suna gida ba makaranta, ba kudin school fees kuma yayi yawa da yawa.
Now the condition has improved and there's more security here. Life is okay. Things have calmed down now. So I think we've passed the unfortunate situation, and I hope that more people will come and see for themselves. We have been here all the while since 2009. We've been here and serving the people and community. So especially healthcare workers, if you can come, please do come. It's safe and it's okay for people to come around.
The most popular means of transport in the city are these yellow motorised tricycles. They are everywhere. Their popularity also means that they have been used for suicide bombing attacks by Boko Haram. It's staggering to hear the locals' attitude to these bombings.
The thing is moving all right, alhamdulillah. These Boko Haram people come to kill people with bombs, and people are coming to the market daily. People are coming to the market, people are coming to their normal business and daily bread, and everything is moving all right, alhamdulillah.
Have you ever had a bomb blast experience?
Wow, I've had several bomb blasts. I could not count them. I can't even differentiate bomb blast, the JTF bomb blast from Boko Haram own. I've just had so many bomb blasts, enough to last one for a lifetime. A bomb will go off and 15 minutes later, you'll see the road busy as if nothing ever happened there. The people are getting too used to it. They are developing a strong shield to it. And even kids are now not so much afraid of bomb blast and gunshot, which is very, very worrisome.
CNN will come here, BBC will come, they won't show us.
The army will tell them not to come here now. It's not safe, bomb will go.
There has been controversy that civilian JTF, they've also been doing extrajudicial killings, and you also pick innocent people too. How true is that?
Wannan an faɗa ne mu Boko Haram ne muke kamawa, mun kama ba mu ga kashi muna kashewa ba, sai mun mika military, sai mun tabbata Boko Haram ne za mu mika sojoji su suke kashewa, ko kuwa za su je su aje su kashe wannan tsakanin su ne, amma mu sai mun tabbata wannan mun kama Boko Haram ne, ko a cikin guda 10 suke, amma 2 ne muka samu muka kama, muka dole su muka dan ji musu ciwo haka dai kadan, sai su fara inda location na wayan su wanda suke, sai mu kama mu mika military.
Well, international media, I think, is only good in making propaganda, and they are not good in visiting the real place to ascertain things for themselves. You took your time to be here. Now you've seen how these boys are wonderfully performing their responsibility in the society. Now, I want to first and foremost debunk the rumor that these boys are committing atrocities. Rather, we have to commend them for doing a job well done for their fatherland. Now, if you look at it, in some quarters, there were allegations that these boys are underage. I want to assure you that on our nominal roll and the profiling we had on this issue of civilian JTF, we have none of them less than 18 years of age. We did this thing in collaboration with the military authorities and not on our own, and that we divided them into sectors. They have their own command, they have their own discipline, as opposed to if they have any matter concerning or an issue that has trampled upon the right of an individual, not with them themselves. The police normally try it, and they are not above the law.
So if they've done anything wrong, the police will take charge?
Why not? Okay. We hand them over to police where we felt it is within the purview of the police to now investigate and then even prosecute them. We hand them over to them because nobody is above the law in Nigeria.
After a long day driving around the city of Maiduguri, it was back to the hotel for Kayode.
It's been an interesting drive around the town. There's no sense of insecurity. People are going about their normal business, but you can feel the tension. I couldn't use a big camera. I had to use a mobile phone to do most of the recording. The interesting thing about Maiduguri is the sense of collective responsibility in terms of people coming together and trying to live a normal life. Tomorrow I intend to go around the IDP camps to see the condition of living, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. Night.
In part 2, Kayode visits camps for internally displaced people, IDPs, in Maiduguri and Abuja.
New people just arrived the camp and they are building up this structure, putting up this structure for the new.
You know, it's hot. They cook inside this place. Sunday hiking.
Boy is bowing down.
He is bowing down.
As he gives a cup.
You can kill the body but never the soul. I'm going back to my fatherhood. You can break my bones whenever my spirit. I'm gonna stay in time. You can kill the body but never the soul. I'm going back to my fatherhood. You can break my bones, you will never break my spirit.